is on the move. It's rolled out short for Verbruggen. We've had a minute of the added on 5. Brighton sticking to their game plan. Ayari calling for it short. And now Vieira has it. Still deep inside Brighton territory here. And then a long ball to the left-hand side. Rice deals with that one. Saka looks to take it down. Runs into trouble. Ayari and then Welbeck. And then a touch for Kustalas here. Plays it forward for Rutter.
Well done,
Rutter
well
loses
done,
out to Martinelli.
Well done.
Ah, really good play. Oh, and then Marino plays it back, and it falls for Gabriel here. Gabriel will clear, and he's giving it straight to Vieira. Vieira, his touch is heavy again, and then Van Hecke gets it, and suddenly Ayari has it, and it slipped forward to Ayari again. This is what's an edge of the penalty area. It's cleared away in Capier for Odegaard.
Right, run it, Declan.
Rice, right-hand side, picks it up. Away from Kustalas,
yeah,
still going forward. Declan Rice inside the area. Can he pull it back towards Saka? It takes a deflection. It's out towards Odegaard. Back here for Zubimendi. Plays it towards this near side. And Gabriel Jesus inside the penalty area takes a touch back on his right side. Then plays it back outside the box. And Mikel Arteta is actually suggesting to Hincapié and Jesus take it to the corner flag here, which they do. And now it's with Marino. Plays it back in field for Gabriel.
Well played.
Arsenal fans willing their team over the line here. Yeah, it's been a little bit nervous this second half. But still, at the minute, Arsenal are going to go back to the top of the table. Raya joins in, punts it long for Martinelli. And then Odegaard looking for Jesus here, but he won't fall for the Brazilian. It bounces into the arms of Verbruggen. And still, we have 2 minutes to the added.
2 minutes. That clock's going a bit slow.
It's going backwards.
Oh, he's in. Saka's in.
Saka could be in here. Surely he is in. If I can stay down for now. Bukayo Saka still going. Puts it wide. Or does it take a deflection off?
Oh no, it's blocked. It was really well blocked. Yeah, really well blocked. But again, he should be finishing that really.
We're going to say Saka versus Duncan. Usually, there's only one winner.
He was offside.
He was offside.
Yeah, so we benefit here. We benefit here
sure.
Because it wouldn't have counted. And now we get the corner, and I think we all know what's going to happen with this corner.
It's a good block by Duncan, isn't he? He slides in.
I mean, he's not quick, but he's got nous, hasn't he? He's a proper defender.
So, corner.
Yeah.
And once again, it's taken short. Vieira involved. Ball goes out for an Arsenal throw. So the Gunners will take their time with this one again.
Yeah, into the last minute. We're where we want to be. Top end of the pitch.
Referee's given the decision to Brighton here. Can't quite see what's going on down there. Fans have all stood up around us. But it's going to be a throw, the bottom line here to Brighton. Vieira's going to take it long. Oh, Van Hecke got a bit of a shove. That's going to be a free kick. Still deep inside Brighton territory here.
Yeah, but they're going to boom it, aren't they?
Verbruggen's going to punt it long. We saw what happened with late free kicks against Palace, of course, just before Christmas. Here goes Verbruggen. 10-15 seconds remaining. Flick to the edge of the penalty area, but a poor touch, really, from Tom Watson. And it's cleared away. Cariolo can knock it up into the air, chested down by Kustalas, who's got the ball at his feet here. Minter calling for it over on the right-hand side. Here is Yakuba Minter, edge of the Arsenal penalty area, looks to flick it towards the far post, clears to the edge of the area. Cariolo looks to play it back, and it's cleared away by Zubimendi.
Time's up, ref.
Well, the ball goes towards the far side. It's going to be a Brighton throw, and it's taken down the line here, hooked inside the penalty area. David Raya comes and collects. That will do, surely. And that is the 90. Well, it's all about the result at the minute, and Arsenal jump back to the top of the table. It was hard fought in the end. Shouldn't have been, really. Arsenal had enough chances to put Brighton away. 3 or 4 it should have been, as it was. Just a 2-1 success. Adrian Arsenal with Odegaard, and then an own goal, which has proved the winner again before that late goal back from Brighton that gave us a real scare. But ultimately, It's 3 points.
It is 3 points, and yeah, thank goodness own goal is in such great form at the moment because you know he's kind of helping us get some points. His own goal, but look, it comes from a wicked delivery from Declan Rice. Really hard to defend. Look, we deserved to win the game. We were a class apart from Brighton in the first half, like miles better than them, but in the second period, they had more of the ball than us. They created just as many chances as us, and they really did have us worried in that second period. It was much, much edgier than it needed to be. At times, we dropped too deep. At times, we made really bad decisions. I still think, had we brought our shooting boots today, we could win this 5-1. That's the difference. Gabriel Martinelli, that's a real gilt-edged opportunity. You had Victor Gyökeres after 3 or 4 minutes, really easy chance. Stick those 2 away, and we're talking about a comprehensive victory, aren't we? So there's fine margins. I just hope that sooner rather than later we become a much more ruthless side. But look, it was squeaky bum time there. I was on edge. We all were on edge. But it's job done. It's 3 points, back to the top of the league, and let's go and get some revenge on Aston Villa next time out.
Well, the calendar year will round out with that game against Aston Villa, but Arsenal just keep on moving on, keep on picking up those 3 points. Not easy, some nervous moments towards the end of the 90, but thankfully a 2-1 success is enough to see Arsenal back to the top of the table. Odegaard with the first, and well, Arsenal eventually getting over the line thanks to an own goal yet again. We hand you back to Nicole, to Jeremy, and all of the live from M5 crew. Full time here, it's finished. Arsenal 2, Brighton 1, and the Gunners back at the summit of the Premier League.
Thank you, guys.
We are top league, we are top league. We are top league, we are top league. Come on.
Yeah, I mean, we are quite right, top of the league. Oh, that was a little bit nervy towards the end.
Yes, a little bit.
And most of the second half, Jez. Okay, I mean, at half-time, we were in here and we were saying, quite rightly, 1-0 up, Arsenal were so dominant in that first half. Hopefully more of the same in the second half. And you had said to me, I can't remember if you said it on the show, that you hope it's not similar to the Palace game where we were dominant and then suddenly things really switched around. And that kind of did happen here, bit of a nervy second half, Jez. What happened?
I'm not too sure what happened. Brighton started playing better football, and then, you know, that's the thing about football. When you get all the chances and you don't score and put the game to bed in the first half, then it's never done. You give hope to the opposition, which is what, you know, Brighton started believing in the second half. Even after 2-0, I thought, that's it now, 2-0 is gonna. And then now they carried on playing, scored that goal, and that was a nervy end of the game.
Yeah, because we got that second goal, like you just said. I mean, it was another own goal, but we'll take it, am I right? Yeah, who cares? To make it 2-0, but then it did feel really quite nervy, and then Brighton obviously got one back, and I think from then onwards, actually, we didn't feel like we were in control of the game at all, and suddenly Brighton were actually putting in a pretty good performance, weren't they?
Well, let's think about that save from
David Raya. What?
Let's think about that save. That save could be mentioned at the end of the season if we go on to, you know, that might be the extra 2 points that will make the difference. You just never know. But that save was incredible.
Yeah, I feel like we've said that a couple of times actually this season about David Raya, where like this could be a season-defining moment, that save of his, and yeah, quite rightly he did it again. What have you guys made of that then? I mean, a win's a win, am I right, Jez? By the way, you got your score prediction correct again. Well done. Woo, yeah, I love that for you.
It's going well.
Yeah, it's going well. What did you think? How are you feeling right now?
Thank God that's over.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's weird. It's so weird because normally when you're like nervy in the last few minutes of a game, it's because you're about to like do a robbery or a quick smash and grab.
Yeah.
We created chance after chance, miss after miss. It's like we're over creating and not scoring enough, and then we leave ourselves nervy in the last 5 minutes where Gabriel's come back 20 minutes ago and he's celebrating like he's just like he's finally won it. But yeah, for another 3 points. Keep going on to Tuesday, but. Yeah, we just have to keep going at this point because there's just so many games. Rice looks knackered. They all look knackered. Hopefully they can now get some rest and then come come back looking good on Tuesday.
Yeah, totally. A positive to take. I mean, aside from a win, right? Still got the win, which we do very much need to remember. Great to see Gabriel back, wasn't it?
Oh my days. Seeing him go into the crowd, like giving it, like we've done it after that clearance is stuff that we've missed in our defence. You know, he's a leader there and he's supposed to be there. I quickly want to touch on Wright as well, because a lot of people like have a lot of stuff to say about him in the sense of, there's a great defence in front of him. That's why, you know, he's considered a good goalkeeper. But it saves like those that always get missed out, you know, after games. Like, cool, you mention it on the day of the game, but after that it just gets thrown away in the trash because like people just quickly forget. You know, we have memories of a goldfish, but genuinely, Ryan makes those saves so many games in a row, and it's crucial, and that's why he's one of the best in the world.
Yeah. And I think as well, we've had quite a few setbacks, right? So many injuries. And I know it's been a tricky couple of weeks, but we've still managed to get those wins. And I know it's maybe not been pretty at points, that's for sure, but the mentality and the fact that we, even if this is maybe a bit of a rough patch for us right now, we are still getting the result. And that's what's the most important thing, Jez.
That is the most important thing. As I said at the beginning of the season, you can't go a full season without having a period where you're a bit off when the form's not quite there. If you keep winning games, though, it's like you just don't feel it. What you've got to make sure is it doesn't last too long, because obviously this takes a lot out of you, you know, emotionally. 10 games, you can see the at the end all the boys just like going to the fan and cheering because they know how much it means and how much they've had to dig into to get through that game and gain the 3 points. So you still, you know, want to get through that period as quick as possible and then start controlling games a bit more on a longer period, because I think, as we said at half-time, the first half, just, you know, very comfortable, easy, but you just made it quite difficult in the second half because we couldn't carry on for the whole game. But we've got another big game coming up, and that's going to be a tough one, Villa. You know, we know how tough it is, even when they come here. It's always a difficult game, so hopefully the boys will be ready.
Well, the fact that we've got Gabriel
back, yeah,
I mean, that's a huge plus, isn't
massive, yeah, it's a huge bonus. And since then, who knows, you know, Calafiori might be fine and Timber might be back in, and we'll have a stronger in terms of no one missing with injuries back in the squad.
Villa next up, like Jess said, in only a couple of days we'll be back here. How are you guys feeling about that?
How do we feel about
just
Villa?
Just like smiles, nervous smiles.
Well, that last Villa game was super nervy, as you guys say.
Yeah.
But I'm excited to watch them, and I believe in this comeback. Let's see it.
Oh, I hope so. I mean, I think because of the nature of the wins in the past few games, that's probably why everyone's feeling slightly on edge about that game. But we know what this squad can do, and hopefully, like you said, Jeremy, we might have a couple of players back in the mix, we hope.
Yeah, and sometimes, you know, teams that are supposed to be kind of easy game, they're never easy because they just play against Arsenal. It's like the game of their life. They, you know, we've seen the last few games, Wolves, Palace, and today Brighton. They're not the teams that you will think, oh, it's going to be super tight. We should beat them. And the team where they come here to play football might have more space for us, and it might be an actually easier game, hopefully.
Hopefully. Well, we got another win, guys. We're top of the league.
Yes.
Something to be happy about. All right, let's go and celebrate and continue our Christmas celebration. I'm just going to keep going with that until New Year's Day. Thank you guys so much. I'm really happy for our American Gooners that we managed to get a win for you. Thank you so much for joining us. Thanks for watching, Jeremy. Pleasure as always. We will be back on Tuesday, like we mentioned, for that Aston Villa game, a huge match in the Premier League. We'll be live from 7:15 p.m. We'll see you there. Bye-bye.